Today's video is about my Les Paul. I have it for over 10 years now. I think I have it for 12 years now. It's a long time, and out of these 12 years I played it for, I would say, 10 years straight. So I played session gigs with it, studio jobs, gigs, whatever, big gigs, small gigs, important gigs, not so important gigs. And it's a pretty good guitar. It's just super reliable, has an awesome sound. I love the look of the guitar, but we'll talk about that in the video. So I would say, let's go. Let's talk about the guitar. So let's start with the beginning. The beginning of everything. Holy shit, there was whatever. Let's start with the story of the guitar. The story, I was at the university studying music, and when I was 19, back in 2009, so I'm 31 years old now. Holy cow, that hit me hard. So, and I was a student at the university, and I had my first guitar at that time. It was the BB King, Epiphone BB King signature model. I will put a photo here, or maybe here, or maybe whatever. So, and yeah, I was a student, and I had this guitar, and I received it, and I had too many problems with it, so I sent it to the store, and even when they sent it in the services, they didn't send me a guitar, so have one. So, and I was a student, and I learned playing guitar and notes and modes and whatever. So I needed a guitar to do my homework or whatever. And yeah, my parents supported me at that time. They took me and drove me to the guitar store, to one of the local guitar store here in guitar store here in Hamburg. And yeah, long story short, I bought this guitar. So yeah, I've seen it and I've fallen in love with it. And the first obvious reason why I love this guitar is the color. It's Trans Amber of Formula, which was the Peter Green Gary Moore color. So I was 19 and I started playing guitar, and when I was 17, almost 18. I started playing guitar and started learning all about these guitar heroes, Jimi Hendrix, Gary Moore, Rory Gallagher, whatever. And Gary Moore was one of my first huge influences with Eric Clapton together. So, and yeah, we were at the shop, and yeah, I've seen this guitar and I was like, oh my god, it looks so hard like Gary Moore's Les Paul. I want it so bad, and that is what happens. So I had a guitar for university, so I could continue studying or whatever, and yeah, it was perfect. And I had a guitar that looked like a Gary Moore Les Paul, so I was so in love. So that's the story behind the Les Paul and how I get it and how I got it or whatever. Yeah, and to continue, I would say let's talk about some pros and some cons, because that is something that is truly existing for sure, because it's existing on any guitar. So, but I want to talk about that because if there's someone out there who's thinking about, man, I don't know, Epiphone, I don't know if they will last forever or they will fall apart after 2 days or whatever. So let's talk about that. So it's pretty simple. There are two things that I had to change a lot over the last 12 years. And that is the input jack. So there's some kind of a steel plate now. You can see it here. And the toggle switch. I had a lot of problems with the toggle switch. So yeah, but otherwise, besides that, it had one refret. But otherwise, the electronics are all original, because I never had any problem with that. And the pickups are all original, same reason. The tuners are all original, never had a problem with these ones. Yeah, anything. The knobs are all original, don't break or whatever. I had it on my Epiphone that they fall apart. So that didn't happen on this one. The bridge is all original, and the knobs and the strap buttons never had any problems. I don't have a crack or whatever in the neck or whatever. I have some kind of a light crack here, but it's in the lacquer, not in the wood. And same down here, but it's lacquer, not the wood. We checked that with my guitar Lucia or Guitar Tech friend, whatever. Yeah, I sanded off the neck, the back of the neck, cause it's a glossy neck, and glossy necks could be sticky sometimes. They don't have to, but sometimes they were or they are, and that's what happened on my Les Paul. Yeah, so sanded it off with 400 grit sandpaper one time about 2 years or 3 years ago. Otherwise, there's nothing that I can complain on or complain about when it's about this guitar. It's super reliable, I love the sound, it's super loud, super badass, super hard rock, but you also can play super soft B.B. King style sounds on it, or Midnight Blues, Gary Moore or whatever. You can play both worlds on it, so you can play super hard rock, super long sustain, especially for a cheaper guitar that has a super long sustain. But at the end of the day, it's a super good guitar. You can use it whatever you want. As I said, I played so many stuff with it. A lot of jobs that I've received money for, I played this guitar. So if you're thinking about buying one and you're not sure because a friend of yours told you, yeah, I'm not sure, Epiphone is always cheesy and there, it's not like that. They're pretty good guitars, and seriously, if you're interested in buying one, I would do it. I never regretted buying this guitar, and even today, 12 years later, I'm a professional musician, I live from music, and yeah, so this is a guitar that I would bring to the studio today. That's it, I hope you liked the video. Yeah, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, whatever, you know all of that, so do it. If you have any questions, write down in the comments below, check out my Instagram. A lot of cool quizzes going out there about Fender stuff and guitars and whatever, so check it out. And yeah, that's it. I'm out, I think. And as I said, if you have any questions, write it down in the comments below and I will answer them all.